Reporting live in Bridgewater, Virginia, we are standing next to a beautiful, peaceful spring creek named Mossy Creek. I'm standing right now on a limestone rock, which is a natural landscape part of this stream. Now, Mossy Creek is about 15.75 miles long, which equals out to about 10,076.72 acres. Here, this creek is one of a kind. People from all over the East Coast come here to fly fish. So why, you may ask, is this a good stream for fly fishing? Because it's a premier trout creek. Why? Many people always want to know. And we can answer that, my fellow peers, by saying 80% of the base flow comes from springs all around Bridgewater. Now this creek flows into the North River, leading into the south part of the Shenandoah Fork, ultimately leading into the Chesapeake Bay watershed. And you may wonder, how do these trout survive in this creek? It must be because of the cold temperatures that make the water perfect. Really cold waters. And now we have a local fisherman. Let's see what they're up to. Wow! And what do you have there?
Oh my God, I got myself a brown trout. Oh my God, about 20 inches. Oh man, we're eating good tonight.
How many people do you got to feed with that?
I got 11 daughters and my lovely wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, Virginia law states that all fish have to be returned to the stream.
So unfortunately, he's not going to be able to feed his 11 daughters today.
I'll let him go now.
But now we're
back to the stream.
Now I'm going to take you on a tour of this land so that we can see some of the stressors and maybe about how we can fix them. Come with me.
Am I this way again?
Yeah. Mossy Creek, which originates in Augusta County, has a multitude of stressors that affect the water, the majority of which are increased levels of fecal coliform, soil erosion, and the biggest being increased bacterial levels. In order to reduce the fecal coliform percentage, a total maximum daily load has been created. The TMDL was developed for the new water quality standard for bacteria, which states that the calendar month concentration of E. coli shall not exceed 126 CFU per 100 milliliters, and that no single sample can exceed a concentration of 235 CFU per 100 milliliters. In an attempt to slow down the erosion, regulations and riparian buffers have been put into place covering roughly 9.5 miles of the creek. The biggest issue for this creek comes from the high levels of bacteria in the water. Overall, there are only 4 permitted bacteria discharge sources along the entire creek. The problem is that there are many non-point sources which are mainly agricultural and also include land-applied animal waste and manure deposited on pastures by livestock. A significant bacteria load comes from cattle and wildlife as well. Non-agricultural, non-point sources of bacteria loadings include failing septic tanks and pet waste.
Now that I have taken you on a beautiful tour of this stream, we are going to end